Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Forum. It's been a couple months, but the reason why is number one on the agenda, the annual meeting. So thank you everybody who came, and thank you especially to my crew and to Brenda Cash, who was the logistics chair, and to Amy, who put together all of the programming. Hope everybody had a good time, learned a lot. I had fun play acting with Heather. I think that was a good presentation. Heard really good feedback. So thank you everybody who went and who filled out the evaluation, and appreciate it. I think I'll let Amy talk about her information, but if you guys had any questions or anything, if not, I just wanted to make sure I said thank you. So second is KLA. You guys can all see my screen, right? Okay. So KLA is going to be in Manhattan. Several of the staff from Iola and SEK will be there. So if you are interested in going and it would be convenient for you to come with us, let us know. We're trying to figure out who's going to go when. We are going to have a table again this year. So if any of our libraries want to join us at that table, let me know or let Amy know, and we can get you signed up for a shift of saying hi and passing out stuff. There are the continuing education grants. We still do have some money in that grant project program for CE grants to help with mileage or the room or registration. And you can always do just a one-day registration if you need to. So any questions about KLA? This is the first time they've done it in Manhattan, so who knows what it's going to be like. I will not be at the hotel. I will be at my mom and dad's house with my dog. So it'll be fun. All right. We've had a couple of questions about movie licensing. So I just wanted to remind everybody that there are the public library FAQs that go over everything, what's covered by the movie license, how can you promote movies legally, what do you want to do if you want to have an outdoor presentation. So after the purchase, this area is a lot of the information that you need to know. So I just always periodically want to bring this to people's attention. And then the other question that came up, Andrea, did you find your blow up? Wasn't it Andrea that wanted the blow up screen?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We purchased one just because we wanted to have it earlier in the week than trying. So, if the system wants to buy one, I might have a slightly used one.
A slightly used one. Okay.
Slightly used one. But we just went ahead and purchased one, $125 or something. I don't know. So we've got that. And we borrowed a projector from Kincaid. So.
All right. So that's what we were just thinking, that could be something, as we can provide the blow up screen and a good projector that has enough lumens to actually project. If you guys negotiate the license, the outdoor performance license, which is a one-time fee of a couple $100. And you said you've got a partner who's paying for it, Andrea?
Yes, the Lake Garnett Grand Prix Revival, which is like they used to have races in Garnett. And so this group has been doing this for years now. And so all these rich people, all these people with fancy cars come and they race around the lake. And Charlotte thought we've been talking about doing a movie. And so we decided that we were going to show a movie. And you do have to really read all their rules and regulations. You can do this on social media, but you can't do this in the paper, and you can put out posters near the building. So we're coming up with our own definition of near the building. So which is really not very far away. But so there is a lot. And every time we go do something, I'm like pulling out the paper and we're looking at it, trying to decide if we're stayed within the rules and regulations. So, but we're hoping it's going to be a good time. They're going to even bring a car and park it on our lawn that night. So
Oh,
like,
fun.
woo. I
Okay.
think
Are
they're
you guys
more
doing
excited about it than we are.
are you doing it in the back of the
No, we're
library?
doing it in the front. We're going to do it, and we might block off.
Part of the road?
Like we might have to block off a couple parking places or
Oh,
something.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
So
Yeah, you don't want little kids to get out there.
yeah, they're
Well,
just
have
gonna.
fun with that.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Okay. Awesome. So next, uh, not a whole lot has changed in the law. So if you and your staff or you and your board are interested or asking questions about library law, the rerun of Keeping It Legal is right there. Um, I will probably be updating that one every other year instead of every year. And I'm working with Mike McDonald and Sandy Wilkerson to do a hopefully interactive pre-conference at KLA about budgets. Sandy is game to resurrect the scripts that I guess Roger and um, Kim were big onto scripts, and Sandy's like, yeah, let's do it. So our narrator is going to be Mike because he's not much into play acting, but Sandy and I are going to have fun with that. So if you're going to be coming to that pre-conference, let me know, and we can get you in and give you a part. So there's that. The big new thing, wave. Hi, Karen. Karen Wallace is waving. Karen is now officially, she started on Monday, our new substitute. So what does that mean? We have some substitute program guidelines. This is the eligibility, the resources that are allocated, the details, and the way this is going to work is academic and public libraries that are on the small side are eligible for this service. So libraries with a single employee, regardless of size, could be eligible, like on a case-by-case basis. If you're one of our larger libraries and you need support to help with a weeding program, or I would think even like a huge summer reading program, if you need additional bodies to help, that's a case-by-case basis. But yeah, she can help with those as well, especially weeding projects. So Karen comes to us from the Osborne Public Library in the Central Kansas Library District, where she had, you said, 18 years of experience as a library director. So can step right in and help. We do anticipate part of her work will be helping when the director is gone, so needs to go to training or is out for illness or something, or in a very temporary interim before an interim director is named, can help with that. So yes, so the key is that SEKLS is paying her salary, not you. So this is on top of or along with the small library attendance support grant, which, as those of you who are small enough know, you can use that to pay somebody to come in and help at the library. So if you have somebody in town that is your go-to person to be a substitute, you can continue to use them and continue to use the small library attendance grant to help pay for that. So under the program description, we just tried to cover all the bases. Can be used for special projects. The availability depends on if she's available. So requests for her services will come to me. So email me and let me know, hey, we need Karen. So then we'll look at her calendar and see if she's available. And then if she's available, she can negotiate with you or with the board, the when, the where, the how long, what's the project. Bring that back for, she and I will review it and discuss it and go, yep, that works. And then approve it up to a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of time. This is going to be first come, first serve. She is going to have sometimes when she's not available. So requests, oh, I guess I said I was going to make an online form. I'll make an online form. But anyway, it's going to email me. 2 weeks prior notice of possible emergency requests, again, would be made directly, and we'll deal with those on a case-by-case basis. A single library can have her up to 3 times per year. Okay, unless there's a waiver, and that's just she's not in this position is not meant to be for some boards a in place of a director or in place of an interim director. So boards still will need to name an interim director. And then a little bit more information for boards about what she will and won't do. And this is a pilot. So, I'm a big fan of pilot projects. And Karen and I talked about this yesterday. We want to really emphasize that this is going to change probably based on the needs of reality. What works, what we think might work may change, and we will need to tweak or pivot or adjust accordingly. So thank you for your grace in advance as we try to work through this process. But we do think that this will be of benefit to our littlest libraries and give you maybe some peace of mind to do what you need to do that's away from the library and know that it's going to be in good hands while you're gone. Yeah, and the position cannot be used to have an extra staff member unless it's for a special project. It's like, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I need to bring in a substitute now. It's for when you're gone, not when unless you've got like a weeding project. So I am interested to hear your thoughts. Any I like gut reactions, and what's your immediate thought about the viability of this program, because we're kind of excited about it. Okay, silence is positive. I appreciate I appreciate that. Yay. Okay. So for now, email me if you immediately you go like, I got her, I need her. Email me now. If you're thinking about KLA, get those requests in sooner rather than later. And we are reaching out to we have 2 libraries that are without directors right now. That's Colony and help me out, folks. The blank Colony is gone.
Howard.
Howard, thank you, Emma. Okay. So she may be spending some time with them as well. All right. So those guidelines are available. Read through them. If you have comments or go, this ain't gonna work, let me know. I am open to suggestions and improvements. And the final reminder for me is that the collection development grant, I believe it is now closed. The review committee has been given permission to provide partial funding of grants. So we did receive more requests than we have funds for. There are some unused grant funds from other grants that we can bring over to this one. But it could be that you'll get a portion, instead of getting the full 100%, you'll get 80% or 75%. And I think for this kind of a grant, it just means you get, fewer books. So fair warning. You might get a little bit less than you're expecting so that more libraries can take full advantage or can take advantage of this competitive grant. This is one that doesn't require a match. So this is just pure money from us. Any questions? Yeah. All right. Thank you. So now staff roundtable. I'm looking. Is Cindy online?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, you are. Okay, you're up.
I'm ready. First of all, I'm available for board training. I'm still doing that and enjoying it very much. I'm still visiting libraries, making sure that everybody has the new books application, which is not so new now, but anyway, that has the parental acknowledgement section. I'm working with my talking books boss, Michael Lang, on getting the form, a signed form, to all the schools that have accounts. So that's some a new assignment I've gotten just last Friday, in fact. And if people would let me know of any health fairs or senior fairs in your area, I would sure appreciate it. I have been alerted to a few that way, and it's really hard for me to know what's going on in all 15 counties without a little input from everybody. There's a senior fair at the Impact Center in Chanute on October 22nd called Aging Equals Living. I was invited to be a vendor again this year, and it's really good. Unfortunately, it's also the same time that the Topeka Library is having what sounds like a really good day. So I wasn't able to do both, but I'll be in Chanute that day. I think other than just my usual things, there's not really much new happening. But I am appreciating the fact that people are referring people to me to give like individual help or personalized help in any way I can. So keep letting me know what I can do for you. And that's
Um,
it.
so at the state library board meeting, not last Friday, but the Friday before, the grant, the Talking Books grant for Cindy and Cindy's position was approved by the state library board. So that's good news. It's Cindy and what Cindy does is not available at every system across the state. There's only what, 4 of us that have a Talking Books person. So we're very fortunate to have Cindy and to have that support from the state. Oh, I forgot an announcement. I know who the new director at Central Kansas Library System is. Her name is Alicia Alvers, and I actually have known her since the 90s because she worked at Kansas City Public when I worked at Kansas City Public. So she is from Great Bend and is moving home. A common story of for people my age. She's moving home to take care of parents, and is going to be very good in that position and has just a ton of experience, especially in HR and in public service. So we wish her well, and we took her out for lunch. So Alicia Alvers is her name. Amy?
Okay. I'm going to be real brief here. We have that bus tour coming up on Friday. Looking forward to that. We do still have some spots left on the bus. So go ahead and register. Um, if registration is open, if you go to the form and it lets you fill it out, there's still spots. So don't worry about that. Yeah, Sharon's navigating you there. It's on you can get there from our calendar page on the website. And be looking forward to in the next couple of months a um, a survey about this year's CE offerings from SEK. We just want to serve you better in the future. So we want to know the impact of the CE that we've offered this year. Something I didn't put on here, don't forget to let us know what outside CE you've been taking. so that we can get that documented. I believe we'll be accepting that through the end of November. And that does impact your allocation on that January application. And I think that's it.
And don't forget, if you have not done your trustee CE, you need a majority of your board to have taken some sort of CE, or have us come or Cindy come and take care of it all at once. That needs to be in, you need to keep track of that for allocation, and that's one of the documents that we require as backup documentation for when you do your allocation report in January. So just that came up last night in our Iola board meeting. So think back, make sure that you've got that taken care of as well. Thank you so much, Amy. The bus is not going to be parked in the parking lot like it was last time. It's going to be on East Street, so in front of the Fluharty Powell Library Annex. So you can park in the parking lot on that day. And Iola will be available for tours in the morning before the bus leaves, or after the tour before you go home. So, Amy, what time were we going to open the doors for in the meeting room?
Oh, doors open at 8.
Okay.
And you need to be on that bus at 9. We're leaving at 9. If you're not on the bus, you're not on the tour.
Okay. Where's are we going north first? Is Garnett?
Yes, we'll go Garnett, then Toronto. Then we're having lunch in Eureka before we go to Moline, and then Caney, Parsons, and back to Iola.
All right. That's going to be a fun trip. I think some of Darren's digital navigators have signed up for it too. So thank you. All right. Checking the thing. Okay. Thank you. I'm looking to see Darren, are you available? Got a couple of phones and users. So, all right. Tammy?
Good morning. I have a few things that I included in the agenda. So if you're looking for links or dates later, you can refer back there for sure. So thank you, Sharon, for keeping everything updated. I wanted to make everyone aware of the pre-conference at KLA this year is Weave a Tale. It has to do with incorporating movement into your story time. I'm going to drop a link in the box. It's a really long link. I'm going to put it in chat, but it links to the agenda for KLA this year, and Weave a Tale is right at the top. So if you want more information, the presenter is Samantha Hyde, who was at the play conference that I attended last year with Diane at Moline, and she was fantastic. And I think everyone's going to enjoy that interactive session. So if you can attend, I highly recommend it. I have been working on the Foundations of Teen Services niche course. Right now it's under review. And the Play Spaces update, I think I've already updated you, but I'll let you know we did receive the Year 5 grant, and we're working on some education and infrastructure to make things a little easier for more libraries to implement the program. So more information about that will be forthcoming. This year we are going to have an in-person summer library program workshop. It'll be March 5th. I'm anticipating it being in Iola, and I'll be sending out a flyer with more information in the coming months, so look for that, but I wanted you to mark your calendars, March 5th. Before March 5th, in the next week or two, look for the form to fill out for summer library program materials. It's an order form, it's a Google form, it'll be very easy. And we ask that you only ask for what your library will need to conduct your summer library program, because these are grant funds that come down from the state, from a IMLS grant. that's awarded at the state level. So it is still restricted, what the grant will pay for. And frankly, Sharon and I haven't had a conversation about whether or not we're going to offer the same items, the additional items like we did last year, but we'll let you know one way or another. But you will have to submit your order form by November 14th. So mark that on your calendar as well, and be looking for that email from me in the next week or two. And that's it, unless anyone has questions.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you so much. Jason?
Just a few things. So we have our users group coming up. This one is all in person, so please register if you're gonna come. I'll put that link in the chat. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna feed you. There is an opportunity for CE in the afternoon. Brenda's gonna talk to you about book clubs and multi-copy requests in Koha. So you don't have to stay for that if you can't, but we would love for you too if you can. This is the first meeting in the billing cycle. So first of 3, there'll still be 2 more opportunities after this one if you absolutely can't make it in person. But we just want to get everybody together and have a little fellowship and yeah, have some fun. The participation agreement is out and cooking. If you haven't signed that yet, please get that in front of your boards and get that signed and returned. I do have a spreadsheet just like last year, and this is linked up in the staff client as well. But I'll put it in chat for you. That's just tracking if I've received your agreement or not. So you can check there, and if you think you sent it but you didn't, maybe send it again or let us know how you sent it, and we'll keep an eye out for that. I didn't put it on the agenda, but we are looking at rounding up one final order for barcodes before the end of the year, before I flee the country. So I'll send out an email about that probably later this week. So be thinking about if you're going to need barcodes before the end of the year, jump in on that order with us.
Remind us when you're going to be out of the country so folks know that nothing can break and you can't have any weird requests, and Koha has to work beautifully.
So I will be leaving. My flight leaves on November 9th, and I will be back on the 24th of November. So don't break anything. And I'll also be checking emails and stuff. It's just going to be delayed because I'll be in the future. I still haven't figured out the time change there. But expect delays from me, but also know that the office can help. Brenda's here, Kim's here. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to them. Just know that you're gonna get a slower response from me during those periods.
Okay.
There was one other
Thank
thing I
you.
was gonna
Well, you've
mention.
got that really cool barcode or library card
Oh,
printer
yes.
thing behind you.
If you're interested in printed library cards, reach out. Happy to do that. I had it and then I lost it again. Crud. Oh, I wanted to just talk about Frontenac. I know Seth's further down on the agenda, but we are looking at doing a soft launch for Frontenac in November. Their collection is going to be available for lending and whatnot in the consortium in January-ish. We're still sort of working out the details there, but they are coming up, and we're working on training right now for them.
Yeah. So the thought is, because they're not just a new library, the staff is new to libraries. The town has never had a library. We are going to let them do this soft launch in November and December where they're standalone, even though their stuff is in Seek and Find, which just means they're not going to be doing resource sharing until January, so that they and the staff and the community can kind of get some of that excitement and that initial rush out of the way, and then add on the complication of holds lists and transfers and courier and all of that in January. So again, we thank you in advance for understanding that they need a little bit extra time and consideration while they get up and running. because this is a big deal down there, and it's a beautiful library, which you'll get to see later. So, okay, thank you, Jason. Brenda, Cash. I know she's here.
All right. I get the wrong thing. There I am. I don't have a whole lot. There is a new person at the state library. If you don't know that, her name is Sarah Wooster, and she took Nikki's position. She, I think, is going to be very good. Right now, she's trying to get a handle on what she doesn't know and what she needs to be working on. That we had a little meeting. Her top things are kind of not the KickNet agreement. She would like to see that more streamlined and possibly online so that the tracking is better. And years ago, it was on a rotational basis. Like some people did it. You weren't doing it every year. What she's finding now is there's just a stack of stuff that she doesn't know where anything stands. What else? They will be putting on an RFP. The contract with Autographics will expire. So she's exploring other platforms. She is very much interested in open source like we have with Koha, but unfortunately there's Koha's not ready for the prime time yet on that scale yet, according to Jason. So we'll see what happens. If you have things that really, really bug you about, share it, or things that you really, really wish it would do, let me know. And I can relay that information onto her when she's looking for products. Other than that, between Jason throwing me under the bus, I'm talking about, I thought we were talking about book discussions and multi-levels. Anyway, and training with, FrontNet. I'm going to be in and out of the office quite a bit, but email is always good. I can see that on my phone.
Okay.
And you can call and find out where I'm at. That's it.
All right, thank you. And then Kimberly.
Yes. I just want to thank everybody for sending us your books. We've received quite a few over the summer, and we've been cataloging them, getting them back there as fast as we can. And don't forget, if you need a MARC record, you can request a MARC record on for us to make you one. We'll send you a link. And that's about all I have.
Oh, wait a minute,
Oh,
wrong
there.
one.
Yeah,
It's it's your
Cataloging.
the cataloging. Where are you?
up the top.
Cataloging,
Right there.
technical services, MARC
Uh-huh.
record request
MARC record
form.
request. So if you need a MARC record and you can't find one on the Z3950, just send it to us and we'll get it right back to you.
And remember, you can still do disc polishing.
Yes, still. And
Yeah.
we have the cover one available.
Yes.
So if you need to use that, let me know.
Fix the book.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. And did I miss any of my staff? All right. All right. Okay. All right. Double checking. Okay. Member roundtable. I don't see Seth. Seth, are you here? Okay. So Seth has invited or has scheduled an open house for SEKLS librarians. So it's going to be the afternoon of October 20th. So 1 o'clock on the 20th. If you want to wander over to Frontenac, to the new library and to the Heritage Hall Museum and the coffee shop and their community room that has a full kitchen, you are invited to do that. The SEKLS office will be closed that morning because he has invited the staff to come down. So Adisa and Melissa and all of my techs and everybody, not just the consultants, are going to get to go and see the space and talk to his new staff and have lunch. So his second in command, you might know from ARMA, it's Elizabeth, who is Brenda Banks' daughter. So she's full-time and his assistant director. So it's going to be amazing. So we really do invite everybody to come down, and we'll follow up with an email. It'll either come from me or from Seth. So member roundtable, do you have anything you need or want to share or questions to ask? Thank you to Sammy for answering some of my questions about the community development block grants before we started. And just unmute your mic and start talking.
Okay, this is Andrea. Going down a rabbit hole here, but what are people thinking about the future of Baker and Taylor, and if they're going to stick with them, or are we all jumping ship, going to Ingram and Amazon and whatever else is out there? Just curious if there's something out there other people are using that they're just totally in love with. I have ordered some things from Amazon now that they have their library pricing thing going on. So that I don't know if it's been there for a while and I just didn't see it, but when I went to look for it, it was there. So hopefully if you're a library and Amazon isn't giving you those discounts, if you're not seeing a special library discount, you probably need to contact them, because they are up to 45% off some of them. So that's good. But I was just curious because we have a lot of standing order stuff with Baker and Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's such a pain to change that. And I don't even know how to particularly.
You can. I mean, Ingram does all the things.
Yeah.
Ingram just charges shipping that Baker and Taylor doesn't. And so I saw you guys were talking about this on Can Libel and pulled aside some of those emails and sent them to Cheryl Cordy, who does all of our purchasing for Iola and SEK. It stresses her out to think of moving away from Baker and Taylor. So we understand your reticence there, because that's a big change. But it is a possibility. There is this other source. Baker and Taylor was supposed to have that takeover or join some other book vendor, and that fell through. But as you guys know, SEKLS purchases multiple copies of bestsellers, and they're not coming. So when you're looking at the holds ratio report in Koha for the Seek and Find libraries, it looks like we're dropping the ball on Patterson and Steele and Grisham and all these other best-selling authors, and that's Baker and Taylor. So let's look at the chat real quick. Do you have to have a business account to get the library pricing? I think so, but you don't have to have Prime. So we don't have Prime at SEK, but we are using the Amazon. And the other thing about the Amazon that we've just recently started is they'll invoice you. And Cheryl loves that part. Oh, wow. Okay. But Sammy, does Amazon do standing orders, or you just have to remember, go through your author list and order them?
We cheat. We actually use the standing order from Baker and Taylor, and then just order them from there.
Oh, so you're using the information that you're getting from Baker and Taylor that something new is coming, and then oh, okay.
So
yeah.
But the thing I don't like about Amazon is Baker and Taylor would alert you if you'd already ordered that title. So now in Amazon, you're really going to have to keep track better somehow, because I don't think there's a way to do that. Is there, Sam?
Yes.
At the very top, it should say you've ordered this material and give you the date that you ordered it. Because we have so many different positions that are ordering, but only one person who's in charge of actually doing the order. that there's sometimes that we overlap, especially like on DVDs and things. And so it says at the top that you've already ordered this.
Okay.
Okay. I'll have to look.
Jennifer, did you have more to add?
No, I was just gonna say what Sammy said. If you purchased it through Amazon before, when you go to look at it, it will say you purchased this at this date. But I don't know if like you've got it in a hardback and you're wanting to get a paperback, if it does or not, because it is a different book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would.
Part of a series, and you
guess.
click on the series to look at it. It will let you know whether you got the paperbacks or the hardcover in the past.
All right. Well, is this do we need to do just a really quick IG about this in the future, just to get us together and kind of talk about it and get Cheryl involved?
How many people are thinking about jumping ship? Here we've discussed it. We're kind of hoping that, the whole thing with Baker and Taylor would have gone through, because everything that I see on Ingram is, wait, hold on, they're being slow now because everyone's jumped ship all at once. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
we actually decided to start ordering some of our Christian fiction or inspirational books from a different company. They're called Christian Books. I believe that's the company. Their pricing is really good. They have books in stock, so they're actually cheaper in most of the ways from Baker and Taylor. And if you spend $50, you get free shipping. And then Amazon has kind of been our go-to for bestsellers. And then we're just kind of hanging out with Baker and Taylor a little bit, but not much. They actually did not register as a vendor for KLA, so I don't know what's going on with them.
One-stop shopping so much easier.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the things that Cheryl does, is she has the time to shop. Most of us don't. So Virginia said that they've always used Ingram. A lot of people primarily use Amazon. What did you say was the percentage off? You said 46?
I thought some of them were up to 45%.
Wow.
But also, did I understand that with Amazon, you would only get that discount if it was like been published within a certain time frame, like it's going to be published in the next 90 days or had been published? Did anybody else see that?
Yes.
Did I just make that up?
No. Okay. Jason posted in the chat the link to the business account. So more information about that. Yeah, the one-stop shopping is also nice because I rely on Dupe Check to see, if it has already been ordered, is it a standing order? And still sometimes it's been ordered, but Cheryl ordered it for rotation, not we ordered it for SEK. Okay. We'll keep looking. And I'll talk to Cheryl about, maybe doing an IG on that. But thank you guys for using Ken Libel and getting that discussion sort of statewide.
Sharon, this is
Yes.
Karen, and I know a lot of independent bookstores, if you're a library, will give you discounts. Watermark in Wichita is one that I think gives 40 to 45% off, and it might be a way to support our local people.
Mm-hmm. There's Watermark in Wichita, Raven in Lawrence. I don't know if there is a bookstore in Manhattan except for Dusty Bookshelf, but does Pittsburgh have a independent bookstore?
Hey, Sharon, it's Bev. Yeah, we have a bookstore, but the operating hours are iffy. So,
All right. Watermark, Raven, etc. Okay. Thank you. Mhm. Okay. Jennifer?
I was just gonna say on that subject that I tried bookshop.org because you can set a local bookstore to have your proceeds go to
Oh,
instead.
okay.
But I got the book that I pre-ordered a week late, and then I had to pay taxes and shipping and everything else on that one book. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Not ideal. Okay. Did you have your Paracon, or is that coming up?
No, we had it a couple weeks ago.
Okay. And did it go okay?
We had protesters.
Did you? Ah,
Yeah. And police watching them, and yeah. It was eventful.
do they like picket, say no to Satan? What was
With
it?
signs, yes.
Okay.
Screaming at anybody that came near the building because they had to be across the street.
Yeah.
Screaming at them that they were all gonna go to hell.
Oh my
Even
goodness.
people walking by with their dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it going to adjust what you do in the future, or are you guys just gonna keep doing it and figure this will die down?
Now we know we need extra stuff, kind of to,
Yeah, extra security or whatever.
well,
Okay.
we had the police behind us, but other things that we never had to worry about before, we're working on trying to fix that.
Okay. Well, let us know if we can help, and way to go for free speech and
Mm-hmm.
being a warrior out there. Okay. I'm forgetting things. Samantha?
Well, everyone who comes on the bus tour will get to see our new rooms. We are about 75% of the way finished with them. Looking at being done hopefully by the end of the month. And then we also launched we'll launch it officially on Friday, our new Charlie cart that we purchased. Thanks to a couple grants.
All right. Okay. Uncomfortable silences. I'll see if anybody goes, I'll do it. No? All right. Well, we will see you all on Friday, whoever's coming on the bus trip. And thank you for those libraries that are hosting and for opening your doors for your other fellow trustees and staff and the digital navigators. We really appreciate it. Hope it will be a fun day. Amy and Tammy will be your hostesses for the day. We'll be on the bus with you if you have any questions. So this is recorded, and we'll send out the recording and the notes. And we look forward to seeing you on the 10th, on the 24th, and in November for the next forum. So thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody.
Hey, Amy, can you stick around for a second? I have a question for you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Are you sure you want to